What's up guys? On this video, we are going to talk about Dogecoin. What is it exactly? How did it get created? And why is it going out of control right now? This is crazy. Let's jump into Dogecoin. I hope this helps. All right guys, so I'm into cryptocurrency. I have several coins and I'm not gonna talk about mine because on past videos I have done a deeper dive about the coins that I own, such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and even Chainlink. But I will tell you, some of these altcoins, they just confuse me. Quite frankly, I'm not the expert by any means here, but there's a guy that I admire greatly. His name's Stephan. In fact, he's a huge YouTuber. I'd really encourage you, if you're interested in anything business, finances, to follow him. He has great material and I'm a big fan, and I can tell you he will deliver. So what we're gonna do right now is he does a full breakdown of Dogecoin, where it came from, what's happening, why it's going out of control. And so let's jump into his video right now so he can give a breakdown of what he's looking at, and I'll give some feedback.
So, to start this off, when most people hear Dogecoin, usually the first thing that comes to mind is, wait a second, wasn't that created as a joke? And the truth of that is, yes, it was actually started off as a joke. In 2013, Jackson Palmer, who is a product manager at Adobe, began making light of the whole cryptocurrency infatuation by tweeting about his own non-existent currency venture, Dogecoin. Back then, he had no intention of actually creating anything, but to his surprise, people began retweeting his posts and giving him positive feedback to start taking this joke a little bit more seriously. So he said, one night after work, I sat down with a beer, I had too much time on my hands, and I bought Dogecoin.com. Then I photoshopped the logo onto the coin and put it up there. Shortly after that, it was picked up on Reddit, where it caught the attention of the software developer Bill Marcus, who reached out for permission to actually build out Dogecoin into a fully functional currency.
All right, so this part right here simply goes to show if you have an idea and you execute, you never know what can happen. Another point here is this absolutely highlights the power of social media. Jackson Palmer literally got off work, went home, had a couple beers, and tweeted that he was gonna start his own coin. That simple idea, probably hopped up on a little bit too much alcohol, actually started to take shape. The reason why this is so poignant to me is there's so many entrepreneurs out there that have a brilliant idea, but they don't actually execute on it. And if there's anything you can take away from this video right now, even if you stop watching the video right now, make sure if you have a great idea to start to execute. This literally was a figment of his imagination, went home, tweeted something funny, thought he'd get a couple laughs from his friends, and next thing you know, it's this massive financial windfall, larger than what most people think. Social media in and of itself is a game changer on all levels. As most of you guys know, I'm really heavily into flipping homes and have been for 14 years. And social media platform has helped me expand my reach, not just to get deals, but also to help build out a coaching program, The Science of Flipping, where I help other students learn how to wholesale, flip, and buy rentals. Now, this guy uses Twitter to make one post and creates now one of the top 5 altcoins in cryptocurrency, period. It is amazing the power of social media. So for those of you that are not on social media, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, by the way, your boy is on TikTok. Make sure you go find me on TikTok, Justin Colby, TSOF, shout out. I would say you guys need to start getting on it. I don't care if you don't want to look at people's dinners and their cats and their dogs. Use it for business, because something as simple as this, a joke, can be taken seriously by someone who sees it. You never know who's going to see it, and the next thing you know, you have Dogecoin. Let's keep taking a look.
Well, 2 weeks after the coin was launched in December of 2013, the price skyrocketed 300% through a combination of viral press and China forbidding the trading of Bitcoin. And from there, Dogecoin really took on a life of its own. It started off small with users on Reddit being able to tip each other in Bitcoin, along with some mobile games allowing in-app purchases. But what made this one so unique wasn't so much its functionality, but the fact that it was designed around a Doge meme. And with the virality of meme culture in 2014, the trading volume of Dogecoin briefly surpassed every other cryptocurrency, including Bitcoin. The appeal was that it was just a lighthearted cryptocurrency. It wasn't meant to be taken too seriously. It wasn't intimidating. And it made people feel comfortable about immersing themselves in the entire world of cryptocurrency without the seriousness of everything else. Now, since then, the following around Dogecoin has continued to grow, and in 2018, Robinhood began allowing Dogecoin to be bought and sold for free on their platform, giving it significantly more exposure. It was even further popularized when Elon Musk began tweeting about it, causing the price to skyrocket within minutes. But now it's taken on a life of its own, and at the time...
So on this short little clip, it just goes to show again the power of Reddit, and then again the power of someone like Elon Musk making a couple funny comments about it, and that power of that social media and the play there then just brought Dogecoin to the atmosphere. I mean, it just immediately skyrocketed this joke of a coin without any, back end behind it like a Bitcoin or Ethereum. Quite literally was just a joke of a coin that, because of these social media platforms and because of the power of someone like Elon Musk catching wind of it, likely through social media, making a couple comments, it goes viral, and viral in a big way. I can't say this enough. You need to be active on your social media. By the way, if you are liking this and you're into cryptocurrencies at all, on any level, make sure you're smashing the like button and hit the subscribe button for me. By the way, it is my birthday coming up next weekend. It would be a huge birthday gift for me if you can smash that like button, hit subscribe, and by the way, the biggest gift, share the video. All right, let's keep going. It actually is my birthday coming up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought you actually just took that.
No, it was great, right?
However, over the last week, the market of pretty much everything started going up. The stock market hit its all-time high, and alongside with it, Bitcoin and Ethereum started hitting their record highs as well. Generally, when that happens, other cryptocurrencies benefit from that type of exposure, and Dogecoin was certainly a recipient of that. As Dogecoin began increasing to 8 to 9 cents, Elon Musk, right on time, tweeted out a cryptic message to the moon, which many people interpreted as a bullish sign for Dogecoin, pushing the price even higher. But then on April 13th, there was a turning point from an old childhood snack that I have not eaten in well over a decade, and that would be Slim Jim. Yep, those little snacks of meat your parents used to put in your lunchbox has now become a small catalyst that helped push Dogecoin into orbit, increasing their market cap by billions of dollars. I'm not even joking, I couldn't even make this stuff up if I tried. On April 13th, right before the meteoric rise of Dogecoin, they tweeted,
"Get ready to go to the moon together. 1 week to go. We launch hashtag Doge Slim Jim on 420. Let's take doing only good every day higher. Hashtag Doge X Slim Jim. Rise and spread the word." Rock emoji.
Shortly after that, Kronos announced that they had purchased 600 million Dogecoin Cash with plans to release a limited edition air purifier named Air Doge that could be bought with, you guessed it, Dogecoin. On top of that, there was also the public listing of Coinbase, which opened at a $100 billion valuation, legitimizing the entire business of cryptocurrency to Wall Street and paving a very clear path that not only cryptocurrency is here to stay, but it's also going to be a very big driver of the markets in the future. The Coinbase IPO really just gave a giant spotlight of exposure to all cryptocurrency in general. So it would make sense that Dogecoin would be benefiting from some of this enthusiasm. But now Dogecoin has become its own self-fulfilling prophecy. As the price goes higher, it gets more...
So the big news up to this point is last week, Coinbase, which is a platform that most everyone buys the majority of their cryptocurrency on, went public. It IPO'd. This was a huge announcement for all cryptocurrency. As Graham stated here, this actually was huge for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and so many other coins and altcoins because the popularity of cryptocurrency became real. Now, I've been investing in cryptocurrency for almost 4 years. A friend of mine put me into Bitcoin and Ethereum, but I still always felt like I was behind the times. My friend was buying Bitcoin when it was in the hundreds of dollars. Hundreds of dollars. I was buying Bitcoin when it was roughly around 1,500 to 1,800. I thought I way missed the mark on it. And here we are today where Bitcoin is north of $60,000. Ethereum, which I was buying in the hundreds of dollars, is now north of $2,000. I mean, this is now solidified, legitimate. Cryptocurrencies are here to stay. And again, as I've said twice before, Twitter has again compounded on this and really has made the results incredible. A company like Slim Jim that, as Graham said, I haven't eaten in well over a decade. I don't remember even the last time eating anything from Slim Jim. Tweeted this or that about going to the moon, and again, it goes viral along with the Coinbase going IPO. And here we're about to see what Graham goes into, how the coin itself now is running on its own momentum. This is getting crazy.
I think part of its success was due to the fact that it was never trying to be anything in the first place, and people felt comfortable using and adopting it because there was really no ulterior motive. It was just two normal guys goofing around, trying to do something for fun without the intention of trying to turn this into a profit-making machine. Well, unknowingly, that created a cryptocurrency that people didn't find intimidating. And when it comes to cryptocurrency, one of the biggest factors out there that very few people talk about is trust. If you don't have trust and faith that what you're buying into is legitimate, you're never going to hold on to it. But Dogecoin doesn't have that problem. People like it because it's funny. It's less than 50 cents. They know what they're getting. And it's not scary for someone just entering the cryptocurrency world. But then we have an element to this that wasn't so much expected. Because of its underground popularity and appeal, real mainstream companies began using its virality to begin marketing their products. And in the process of doing that, they further legitimized this as a currency to eventually be taken seriously. Like, okay, Slim Jim incorporating Dogecoin within their marketing could be seen as a way to create relevance and show that they're in on the joke. But in the process, their success is going to incentivize other businesses to copy that as well. And that could end up leading to real mainstream adoption. But I'll admit, I like it. I don't even care if they're doing this as a publicity stunt.
So what he's talking about is the virality of the social media platforms and the legitimacy by it going mainstream with companies like Slim Jim and the Fan Company, etc. It actually is now taking shape in and of itself. He'll go on to talk about how he thinks it might be even on Coinbase, or he actually thinks that Elon Musk is going to start accepting it as payment as Tesla. Even he speculates that Dogecoin is going to actually be a very real currency. Now this is the interesting thing, right? He brings up this idea that people have innate trust in it because it wasn't meant to be this big capitalistic money-making machine like so many others are. This was quite literally a joke that went supremely viral. Everyone is jumping in on the joke, and now there's such a good standing of this cryptocurrency that it's north of 30 cents. I mean, quite literally doesn't have any value at all. It has no intrinsic value, but because of the social media virality and because of mainstream CNBC, Slim Jim, Elon Musk, and so many others now talking about this joke, it continues to have this massive, massive cult following that, quite frankly, I'm not even sure if you can call it a cult following anymore because there's so many millions of people buying this coin. By the way, guys, it is my birthday coming up. Make sure you smash this like button for me. I greatly appreciate it. And make sure you're subscribing. And last gift, share the video if you like it. I'm also curious to know if you guys are actually investing in any cryptocurrency and what cryptocurrency you're investing in. Dogecoin is something I have not invested in. This is why I'm doing the video with Graham featured. It's because I have not put $1 into it. I have in other coins, not this one, but it still boggles my mind to read articles on CNBC, Wall Street Journal, and so much about this joke of a coin going mainstream. And when I say there are kids making millions of dollars, I mean it. There's quite literally teenagers throwing a couple dollars at this, and because they rode the wave and probably forgot about it, for God's sakes, they're making hand over fist money to the point where I've seen more Lamborghinis here in Scottsdale, Arizona than I've ever seen in my entire life.
more serious note though, it's very clear that throughout the last year, the price of Dogecoin is not driven by any sort of fundamental analysis or real-world use case, but instead the enthusiasm and excitement of an unsuspecting meme combined with the hope of one day making a whole bunch of money from it. When you're buying Dogecoin, what you're really buying into is something that shouldn't be taken too seriously, that's just for fun, that people trust. And if it winds up being something in the future, then so be it. But I do have to mention a word of caution that just as quickly as it could go up, it can and will go back down. Just as people bought in GameStop at $450 a share and subsequently lost 65% of their investment, people will lose money on Dogecoin if they don't know what they're doing. So my advice is this: if you're currently holding on to Dogecoin, just go and ask yourself the question, would you buy Dogecoin at the price it's currently trading at? If the answer to that is no, then the question becomes, why are you holding on to it? Because essentially, you not selling is the same thing as you buying in at the price it's currently at. Ultimately, it really just comes down to this: you're either going to regret not holding on to it longer or not selling it sooner. Pick your choice. If you sell it and it goes up, you'll wish you held on longer. But if you didn't sell it and it goes down, you'll miss out on guaranteed profit.
Now here's my thought financially about this. If you can't afford to make these investments, don't. These all throughout the cryptocurrency space, and there are so many coins I can't count them. All throughout there's these pump and dumps. In fact, a friend of mine, Mr. Ryan Pineda, go check his channel out as well because he has an incredible video about this Pancake Bunny coin or whatever. The name itself, Pancake Bunny. I don't get it. But he threw in $100,000 on this and he's making, I think the last report is he has 50% profit in over 48 hours. It's absolutely crazy. These pump and dumps of these coins and the legitimacy behind these coins, there's no economic underlying value, rule, or foundation behind it. It quite literally, you get massive amount of notoriety, whether it's social media or Elon Musk shooting out a tweet, again, social media, or you get someone somewhere putting something out that gets cult following, whether it's on Reddit or otherwise. But you will see these pump and dumps all the time. So his advice of literally selling it at a number that you would no longer buy at, that is good advice. If you would not buy Dogecoin at 35 cents right now, then I would tell you if you have Dogecoin, you should sell it. Now, if you have enough money and you want to ride the wave and you want to see where it can go and potentially lose it all, that's your decision. But I can tell you the way I invest, I'm probably a lot more conservative than even you guys watching out there. I don't go in there for quick flips. I'll buy altcoins such as OMI, O-M-I. I bought a bunch of OMI. I'm not in there to turn it quickly. In fact, I overpaid for it. I think I'm still even losing right now. But I believe in the fundamentals of it because they have contracts with a lot of cartoon companies, such as Pokemon, that I genuinely believe their contracts with those companies will take them the distance, and OMI, O-M-I, can go north of $1. I would make a lot of money if OMI goes over north of $1. So I'm not in it for these quick plays. If you are that person, you need money now, you can't afford the investment, take some money off the table, especially if you need some money. The idea of, flipping these coins, to me, it is a full-time job, just like a day trader on stocks, because in my opinion, there's no economic fundamental that you could back up on, research on, or understand why it's even happening. Look at Dogecoin, look at Pancake Bunny that Ryan's buying, and so many others. It doesn't make any fundamental sense, but can you make a lot of money? Can I make a lot of money? Absolutely. So you just gotta make sure the decision you're making is right for you. My final thoughts on Doge, I don't even understand it. I probably won't put a single penny into it, but doesn't mean you shouldn't. Just means I don't even know what's going on here. I think it's a fake coin, but with a lot of popularity comes legitimacy. It could happen. Ultimately, I'm a huge believer in Bitcoin, Ethereum, cryptocurrency as a whole. It's here to stay. Make sure you make safe investments. This is not any financial advice. I just can tell you, for me, I like these investments. Like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.